Good afternoon, everyone. I do hope you had a great weekend. I'd like to provide you with inspiration today, and our topic is mind wars. Now, you may have heard about the saying that every battle is fought and won in the mind, and it is so true, regardless of what position you hold in life. You could be CEO, father, mother, child, doctor, nurse, whatever position you hold in life. I'm sure you can attest to the fact that you've had to fight in your mind in the past or even presently. We have been faced with a global situation in the form of COVID-19, unprecedented for us and for our generation. And so governments are trying to figure out what to do. Families are trying to figure out what to do because you may have lost your job. You may be a CEO who's had to downsize your company and let go of staff. These are all unusual events. These are not things that you would have planned for. And so I can imagine that at this time, your mind will be under a lot of stress, under a lot of attack. So I just like to equip you and provide you with tools that you can use to combat the war that happens in your mind, and combat effectively. Now, just like you take a shower in the morning, I hope you do, and at night possibly as well. Just like you have to take a shower every day, the mind is of such a state that you have to wash your mind every single day. If you go a couple of days without washing your mind, you will find that the battle in your mind intensifies. So it's important that you have a system that enables you cleanse your mind and focus on where you're going. Okay, cleansing the mind doesn't mean that you are in denial. It doesn't mean that you refuse to look at the situation at hand. By no means, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you look at what has happened in your life at present, the way you interpret what has happened in your life is of more importance than what has actually happened. Okay? So the worst thing that you could ever imagine may have happened, but how you interpret it is what will give you the power to either rise above that situation or to sink beneath that situation. So you have to work with your mind to make sure that you are always on the winning side of every battle that you face in your mind. Now, if you've had to let go of staff and have to downsize your business, you might be thinking, oh my God, this is the end for me. This is where I stop. This is where I need to just pack up, forget about business and just go home and just maybe get a job, a 9-to-5 job. If you're going to be thinking along those lines, guess what? That's exactly the route your life will take. Doesn't matter if you're currently the CEO of a Fortune 500 company right now. If you allow your mind go down a steady track of negativity, what you envision in your mind will actually come to pass sooner or later. So what you want to try and do is change the picture in your mind, and the way you change your picture in your mind is by constant repetition of what you want to see happen. Okay, so if you right now things that you can see in your life are negative, when you speak about it constantly, you're giving it power in your life. You're giving it power to continue to persist. You're giving it power to dominate your thoughts. But then when you start to think not just on what's happening right now, so like I said, I don't want you to be in denial. So look at the situation as at hand, take practical steps. If you need to make cuts, make those cuts, and know that you're going to come back again bigger and better in the future. Once you've taken the necessary steps that you need to make for now, what you need to then do is project your mind into the future and start to visualize the future that you want to see. Not the future that you can see right now, not what's happening in your present right now, but what you would like to see in your future, your best case scenario. Because generally, your mind will always provide you with the worst case scenario, and that's not what you want. So your mind might offer you that, but it's your decision to either entertain it or to reject it. If someone offers you salmon and you're not a salmon eater, you say, no, thank you. Thanks for thinking about me. But I don't want to eat that. I don't like eating fish, or I don't like eating salmon. So you reject it. So if you think about it, if you can reject things that are offered to you in the physical, how much more your mind. You have to be conscious. A lot of people are not conscious about the thoughts that come into their mind. So just because a thought comes into your mind, you might think, okay, I need to just let that thought lead me. No, you're in charge. You're the boss of you. You dictate what you meditate on. So when those thoughts come into your mind that are negative, that will pull you down, you can acknowledge the thoughts and say, okay, this is what's happening right now. But no, I believe I'm going to come out of this on top. I believe I'm a world changer. I believe that I'm going to come out of this sooner or later. So you keep thinking on those kind of thoughts. I read a book last week, and in the book it said, there's no way that your mind can travel and you stand still. Okay, so you could be working at a cash till right now, but visualizing yourself as the CEO of that of that business, and obviously taking the action steps. So learning the business, taking the necessary steps that you need to take. Sooner or later, you will become the CEO of that company. So you might already be the CEO of a company, like I said, and you have to let go of staff. You might be a doctor, you might be a frontline worker, but you're facing some kind of challenge right now. Work with your mind. Give your mind food for thought, because if you don't give it food for thought, it will give you food for thought, and usually it's going to be negative. So you could do this. You can work with your mind by using affirmations. So I am a world changer. I believe. I am whole. I am prosperous. I am strategic. I am dynamic. You're saying these things, you're speaking these things over your life with your mouth, and you keep repeating it. And when a negative thought comes that contradicts what you've said, instead of allowing that thought to carry on, you say the opposite. You say what you want to see in your life. I will get up. I will rise. I am strong. I am whole. I am healed. So you speak with your mouth and declare what you want to see. And you have to do this on a daily basis. Just because you said it yesterday, your mind is like a 2-year-old. They forget. Your mind forgets. So you have to keep repeating, keep going over what you've said. And when you say these things, add pictures to it in your mind as well. Visualize your best case scenario. Visualize how you want things to end for you. Visualize how you want things to work out for you, how you want life to work out for you. Visualize it. When you visualize, speak. When you speak, visualize. And so when negative thoughts come into your mind, you're well equipped and better armed to fight those mind wars and to come out on top. Okay, so this is my inspiration for you today. Please feel free to share this with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, stay safe. Bye.